Malaysia increases day by day, with delegates record more than 1,000 people in one day. There also the number of people that has started in one day more than 10 people per day because of the virus. There is various way has been made by government to prevent the virus from spreading widely. The impact that faces by Malaysia is economy. Malaysia has been low level because there are many sources of income that continue due to the MCO that has been announced by the government. When MCO, tourism or premises of company get carried out as usual due to COVID-19 problems. Another huge impact to tourism is Visit Malaysia 2020 going to take place due to MCO and also due to COVID-19 outbreaks. The reason why Visit Malaysia going to take place is because to prevent COVID-19 cases, because Visit Malaysia as a tourist from another country, for example India and China. Aside from that, many workers have lost their jobs, such as hotel staff in the tourism sector. Planning can be defined as an action that will be done by a group of people before making the progress of something. Planning is like the instructions that have been made to ensure everything is under control so they can complete the work perfectly and smoothly. Plan has been made to achieve the goal of something before doing anything else. The important is planning can help people to cooperate and communicate with each other when they have to make a plan. Type of planning that includes is the strategic plan, long-term and short-term plan, and tactical planning. Incentives made available through economy stimulus packages such as Prihatin and the National Economic Recovery Plan, which is PERJANA, that tourism and cultural industry participants can take advantage of. Many tourism sectors benefit from the incentives including resorts, hotels, and chalets. The Ministry of Tourism has launched a new campaign to replace Visit Malaysia 2020, which was cancelled to prevent some sectors from becoming affected with the COVID-19. Other than that, the plan for government is to create the special investment zone. Malaysia's Prime Minister announced this plan to attract more local and international investors, as well as increase focus on making Malaysia a top-of-mind eco-tourist destination. Next is Embrace Smart Tourism. In this plan, Malaysian tourism business will change into smart tourism to increase competitiveness and sustainability, also improves resource management efficiency. In research, all of these plans is long-term plan. The party that involved in this is the government and Ministry of Tourism. They will play a big role in popularizing Malaysia. Time frame as the government launched the National Tourism Policy or NPN. The time frame to revive the tourism sector will take 10 years. The objective of this planning is to attract more tourists and gain income for the economy in Malaysia to ensure constant stability and stay advanced. The objective is also to make Malaysia known to a lot of people as a developed country.
Organizing can be defined as cooperative actions by two or more people. Not at all, it also entails defining jobs and working relationships that design various tasks related to the plan and many more. In short, organizing is the process of determining what needs to be done, how it will be done, and who is responsible to do it. The importance of organizing is resource optimization. It ensures effective role-job fit for every employee in the organization. Also, it helps in avoiding confusion and delays. Another importance of organizing is also to make sure something has been planned to achieve the goals. In this context, it's about how Ministry of Tourism organized the plan to manage Visit Malaysia 2020. On March 2020, Malaysia was affected by COVID-19, or it called as coronavirus. So in this part, its impact Visit Malaysia 2020, and it has been cancelled due to COVID-19. Ministry of Tourism, along with the other parties such as MOTEC, government and private sector, was together to organize how to manage Visit Malaysia 2020. Ministry of Tourism and other parties was organized to freeze on all over-the-counter of tourism licensing division, and MOTEC state offices concerning tourism license includes business travel and many more. This is because Prime Minister has announced movement control order. When MCO announced, companies were able to operate as previously, resulting in the closure of tourist accommodation. Furthermore, Ministry of Tourism was organized that tourists will be refused admission into the nation and Malaysian citizens would be prohibited from travelling abroad. Besides that, Malaysia Convention and Exhibition Bureau, or called MyCEB, will take necessary steps to comply with the government decision. MyCEB would like to alert all industry partners to review all of our marketing campaign and gradually replace the Visit Malaysia 2020 logo with the Malaysia Truly ASEAN logo.
The concept of decision making is a process of organization in identifying and make a choice of alternative way to solve a problem. There are two types of decision making, which is program decision and non-program decision. Program decision is used when to address a structural problems, mean they deal with a familiar problem or routine problem. Non-program decision is used to address a wholly structured problems, they deal with unusual or exceptional problems. The importance of decision making is first to make sure they can easily achieve their targets because they have a planning. Second, to make sure the problems are not getting worse and harder to manage. When the planning is out of the track, the managers can decide the other decision because they have a variety of planning decisions. Last one is to making a good teamwork between employees and managers on solving a problems. Next, strategy of decision making on how Ministry of Tourism managed Visit Malaysia year 2020. On March 2020, our Prime Minister that time, Tan Sri Muhyiddin bin Mohamed Yassin, announced the MCO. Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Control MOTAC had decided to take preemptive action or strategy how to manage Visit Malaysia year 2020. The first one is cancellation of Visit Malaysia campaign 2020. Second, freeze on all the counter and online services for new application, license renewal of travel operating business and travel, tourist guide, tourism training institute, and registration of freight tourist accommodation premises as well as spa and food massage center. Next, trying to limit the movement of tourists to avoid the infection from tourists itself and wanted to protect the tourist spot in Malaysia. Besides, check-ins at the tourist accommodation premises during the MCO are allowed but on a limited scale.
According to Batman Asni in year 2013, concept of controlling is installing process of manager to guide the team toward goal and monitoring the performance of employee towards goal. It also gives instruction to employee by making rules and make sure they follow it to achieve the goal. Controlling is the most important function in the management. The importance of controlling is it will lead to the great performance and successful goal, but it will waste to the organization if the system of control is not being used as practice, and it will help in achieving the target at the end of the organization and make sure the achievement will be achieved as well as planned. It also helps the manager to maintain the order and discipline the employee by improving their behavior and make sure the employee obey the rules. Because of COVID-19, the government announced movement control the MCO, so almost a sector including tourism sector closed because they have big potential of spreading the virus, and because of them, Malaysia have lost many income, especially for the tourism sector. The problem faced is big event which is Visit Malaysia 2020 has begun. Malaysia campaign has been introduced. It helps to tell people that Malaysia is the best place to visit. It can be accessed at vm2020.malaysia.travel and have information such as nature, wildlife and others. YB Datuk Sri Haji Nancy Shukri, the Ministry of Tourism, said the usage of technology and innovation be used to promote the tourism sector via digital platform, and the special is people around the world can be reached by Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and others. Based on decision making, the Ministry made a strategy by agency participants, which is MATA, have allowed to promote the sticker that can be spot on the tour bus, travel office and other. The sticker will be given to the MATA member at the same time to promote the Visit Malaysia 2020. In the conclusion, many parties including government responsible to make sure the stability of Malaysia's economy. Step to control this problem is not easy to do, but we must try because prevention is better than cure. It is very important to Ministry of Tourism to make a decision to cancel the Visit Malaysia 2020 to ensure the health of people is safe. Even though it's so hard for the economy tourism, the Ministry of Tourism might say it because it is instruction from the Prime Minister to cancel the Visit Malaysia 2020. To sum up everything, we need to make plan in way to prepare what will happen in future so we can be more ready in the future.